I'll call this meeting to order. Good evening, and welcome to the Thursday, August 7th, 2025, meeting of the City of the Worcester Historical Commission. My name is Diane Long, and I'll be chairing tonight's meeting. Before we begin, I have a few brief announcements concerning how our meeting will proceed tonight. Tonight's meeting is a hybrid format, which means that attendees may participate in person here at City Hall or remotely. You may log in via computer by going to worcestermass.zoom.gov/J/160-487-3519, entering access code 160-487-3519 in the Zoom application, or by calling in at 1-669-254-5252 and entering access code 160-487-3519. To manage remote participation during our hybrid meetings and prevent disruptions, all participants are automatically blocked for unmuting themselves, turning on their video, or sending chat messages. For remote participants who would like to comment on an item on our agenda, we ask that you use the raise hand feature in Zoom during the discussion on that item. If you are joined by phone, you can raise your hand by pressing *9. Staff will then call on members of the public one at a time and give them permission to unmute themselves. If you are joined by phone, you will then be able to unmute yourself by pressing *6. This is a public meeting, which means both that it is being recorded and that minutes will be taken and published at a later date. To help with this process, we ask all speakers participating in person to use a microphone to please clearly identify yourself each time you speak, and the first time you speak, please state your city or town of residence for the record. To help maintain an orderly meeting, please address all comments and questions through the chair rather than directly to any of the other speakers or applicants. If you are here for an item that will be postponed or continued, please note that no additional notice will be sent to you before the next meeting. The best thing to do is to call the planning department the day prior to our next meeting to confirm if the item will be heard or postponed that night. Once an item is called, there will be a brief presentation of the item, followed by any additional comments and clarifications from members of the city staff, then an opportunity for anyone from the public to speak on the item before we proceed to board discussion and action. Please note that all approval votes will be by roll call tonight when the time comes. I'll begin with a roll call of the commission and the city staff. Commissioner Thurman?
Here.
Commissioner Helnarski?
Here.
Commissioner Andre?
Through you, Madam Chair, Commissioner Andre is trying to join right now. It sounds like she's having some technical difficulties. We do still have a quorum, though, so if she pops on, I'll just ask her to identify herself.
Okay, thank you. Commissioner Santos Restivo?
Here.
Commissioner Taylor? Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti?
Here.
Commissioner Northway?
Here.
Commissioner Long? Here. Michelle Johnstone?
Here.
And we're going to begin tonight with other business having to do with the building demo ordinance project.
So through you, Madam Chair, I have asked Jane Wyrick from CMRPC to unmute herself. She hasn't yet. It looks like she might be unmuted now. Jane, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Hello.
Hello.
All right. So I have the Historical Commission with me this evening. I know you have been working with us on some updates to our building demolition delay ordinance. So the commission has a copy of the draft survey that CMRPC put together. If you just want to introduce yourself and a little bit of background on the project and take any questions that they might have.
Sure, thank you. My name is Jane Wyrick. I am the Director of Land Use and Zoning with the Central Massachusetts Regional Planning Commission there in Worcester. And we obtained funding through District Local Technical Assistance, also referred to with the acronym of DLTA, to assist communities within the South Worcester County region that we oversee for planning assistance. And we are doing a few different projects related to historic preservation. Both Worcester and Grafton are a part of the demolition delay bylaw research project. We will be surveying all communities within Massachusetts that have demolition delay ordinances or bylaws. And we're also looking at some other larger cities within New England, just because Worcester being the second largest city, not only in Massachusetts, but in New England, we'd like to get some comparably sized communities to see how they are handling demolition delay bylaws. So I don't know if that's enough of an introduction or if Michelle was going to walk through the survey.
Sure. So just a little bit of background to the commission. All of you know, obviously, our demolition delay ordinance is lacking. We don't cover nearly enough properties, so it's best practice to do an age-based system rather than just a list of properties. So that's something I'm certainly interested to see come out of this research project. We also look currently at a little bit too much minutia on every property. Obviously, if we looked at every single thing on every single building built before a certain year, you all would be here every night until 10 p.m. Just that's the date of that. That's just the state of the housing stock in Worcester. So it's my goal to cover all properties in Worcester built before a certain date rather than a list, which is quite frankly useless. It's, you know, things end up in there that shouldn't end up in there, and things that should be in there aren't. And it's just kind of a guessing game as to whether or not something's historic. So we will be working with CMRPC just to do some research on best practices. Did you all have a chance to look at the survey that I put in Google? Yes, no, maybe? Yeah. Would it be helpful for me to, I guess I'll pose the question to Jane. Do you want me to pull up the survey and for us to go through it, or do you just want to see if the commission has any feedback based on what they've seen so far?
I think if the commission has had a chance to look at the questions, then rather than read through each one, I'd really like to hear any feedback on whether there are additional questions that you would like us to ask other communities, or is there specific information that you would really like to learn through this process that can be worked into your demolition delay bylaw to make the best uses and best practices out of the process?
Has everybody had a chance to look at the survey? And what did you think? Were there other items that you would be interested in adding to the survey, or I know I would be interested in knowing what other cities in the Commonwealth are using for standards and what they're looking at on a regular basis that they can manage with a, you know, a meeting every couple weeks for a couple hours.
So it sounds like you're interested in knowing basically what the upper limit is of what can be considered demolition. Obviously, we know, I mean, we've been down this road before. If we go the route of an age-based system, we can't look at every window anymore, and we can't look at every siding project anymore.
Right.
So I guess, sounds like the commission is looking for the upper limit of demolition that we can apply to every building built before a certain date. Does that sum up the question, kind of?
I would like it to be a date-based rather than,
A list.
yeah.
Yeah, so like every property older than 75 years or something
Right.
like that. Okay, so sounds like that's a good question, just looking for upper limits. Does anybody else have anything that in addition to what's in the survey that they would like to see asked that they're interested in?
I'm interested in methods of educating the public that
Okay.
each town uses.
Okay, so Jane, it kind of differs from maybe an ordinance, but could we ask if there are any educational components that other towns use to let people know that there is a demolition delay ordinance, what that means? And certainly, I mean, we see it all the time, people don't come to the historical commission, then they end up with, thousands of dollars in fines. So what can we do to educate people before they get to that point?
I think that's a great idea. We can certainly add that to the survey.
Excellent. Anybody else?
I'm just curious if after, it's revamped and we go to an age-based system, would the city be sending out notifications? Perhaps, I know it's probably a lot of homes, but just sending.
It's most of them is the thing. So
Yeah.
most every property in the city of Worcester would have to start coming to historical commission for demolition activities. So I guess, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think where you're going with that is what kind of campaign can we do after it happens to try to make the public aware that, like, if you have an older house, which you probably do by virtue of living in a,
Well, it's like the
19th
same
century mill.
method that we do when creating a historic district, where
Yeah.
we notify everyone in the community. If we just send something out saying, not saying that you are going to be doing work, but if you do, I just want you to know that your home is of this age, and that you would fall under this, instead of it just being a huge surprise
Yeah.
altogether. I mean, I know that's a huge undertaking, but.
I don't think that's feasible to send a letter out to, I mean, it would literally almost be every household in the city of Worcester. So I guess to Jane, maybe one thing you could do is ask, it's kind of a niche thing, but if there are any communities that have changed their demolition delay ordinance, what kind of outreach do they do to new people that are affected?
Yeah, or like a workshop
Okay.
like we did for the Elm Park,
Yeah.
something like that where
Maybe we could
invite-
have public meetings or something.
Exactly,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. It is a niche thing because most communities are an age-based system already, and I don't know that somebody's gone from our really kind of funny way of doing demo delay to an age-based system. But yeah, definitely, I think posing a question to other communities of, if you have revamped or changed your ordinance in any way, what kind of outreach are you doing to new people affected? And obviously, in age-based systems too, every year, there's new properties that get included. So if we're saying, 50 years ago is 1975, so what happens
Wow.
when the property is from 1976 become 50 years old? Like, are we doing outreach to those property owners? So I think that would be an interesting thing to tie into the survey too.
And we couldn't
Okay.
add something to, something that normally goes out to everybody in the city that is a home.
Like a bill.
Such as a water and
A
sewer
water bill or something.
I mean, sometimes we do get notices in water sewer bills for something going on in the city.
Like we did
Yeah.
with the Community Preservation Act, like a
Yeah.
notification of something like that
Yeah.
just goes out anyway.
The annual tax.
Yeah, tax bill, water bill, something like that. I think that's more something that, like, we're going to have to brainstorm, and maybe not something for the survey, but just asking other communities what their methods are is
Right.
good.
Okay, thank you.
Love that.
It's not a public hearing. Okay, so anybody else? Right, Jane, it does sound like this is not a public hearing. It does sound like we have a member of the public who wants to say something, though.
That's fine by me, if it's fine by you.
That's fine. Rick, if you want to go up to the microphone.
Hi, I'm Richard Kubert, supervisor. I was just going to ask the question that if it's not already on a historic register and it's it's 75 years old, but it's not on the register, all of a sudden all these properties going to get included into that?
Yes.
That is what we're discussing.
That's correct, yeah. So the way of having like a list, what we're saying is it's not good because that's just if somebody had the wherewithal to inventory a property at some point. That doesn't make any sense. So our like list that we've been using isn't efficient in protecting properties. The idea is to protect everything that's of a certain age.
All right, I understand that.
Okay, if nothing else from the commission, Jane, does that help you a little bit with putting together some additional questions?
Yeah, it does. We just wanted to make sure that we at least touch base with the commission to hear their thoughts and make sure we're not missing anything before we send the survey out.
Okay.
As part of the DLTA funding, we do have to have the project done by the end of this calendar year. So I expect we'll come back to you within a month or two with survey results and then move forward from there.
Excellent. And I know we have Michelle Smith on the line. Michelle, do you have anything that you want to ask Jane before we get on to the next item? Oh, let me ask her to unmute.
Thanks, Michelle. I don't know that I really have anything to add. I have a couple comments on the survey, but I'll send it over in writing. That way Jane has it. But appreciate the commission's thoughts on this so that we can get the most out of the survey to provide the best guidance to the commission and our office as it relates to potential revamps of the ordinance in the next year or so.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jane, for your time, and we're looking forward to working together on this.
Oh, same here. Thank you so much.
Yep, take
Have
care.
a good evening.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Moving on to new business, we have a request for a building demo delay waiver for 7 Pitt Street. Is the petitioner here or online?
Hi.
Hello.
My dad is the owner of 7 Pitt Street. I'm here to help translate.
Thank you very much.
So he wants to renovate the all 3 front porches in each floor. Yeah. It's falling apart. Yeah.
And it looks like they've been raised to meet code. Is that correct? So the height is protecting anybody from falling?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And what is the proposed, so with the drawings, it's proposed just to have a regular railing, but at the proper height?
Exactly, yes. And just get basically just new materials for that, like wood, everything new, because it's like it's falling apart, like piece by piece. And even the floor itself, you can't see it there, but it's like bad.
So it'll be open railing versus, currently, it looks like there are shakes
Yes.
on those porches?
Yep, it'll be open railing, but it'll be all the way down, like, yeah, that's how he wants to do it.
Right. The enclosed porches, are those, I can't tell if those are historic or it was thrown on at some later date.
So through the chair, I wasn't able to find a historic photograph of the property. Definitely, obviously, the first floor is not historic, it's just plywood.
Right.
And then the second and third floors, the second floor is, the railing is really, really low, so I'm not really sure. The third floor, I'm more apt to think is probably historic, just based on this detail in the middle here. But I mean, it's really hard to tell. The building itself is pretty altered. It's got all replacement windows. It does have some interesting roof trim, so it still has some historically significant features on it for sure. I think that the commission would definitely be, within their rights to ask the applicant to suggest doing some kind of a cedar shingle instead of the railing. They could ask them to price that out, or, I mean, it's not inappropriate to have a wooden railing, so long as you're not using vinyl. We just want to make sure that's clear.
And is it wood that you're planning to use for the railing?
¿Es madera que tú vas a usar?
Sí,
Yeah.
de todas maneras.
And is it, through the chair to the applicant, are you using like rectangular balustrades? Are you using turned spindles? Is it going to have a decoration on it, or?
Let me see if I can try to translate that. Dice que si tú vas a usar un tipo de material como es rectángulo o algo que tenga una cierta forma.
No, como está el dibujo, como está
I
en
think he
the
rectangle.
picture.
So rectangles? Yeah, I mean, that's not inappropriate, as long as it's wood.
Yeah, definitely would. Question, what you said earlier, does that mean like the third floor, the porch and the third floor, would it have to stay something similar to that?
I mean, your proposal looks fine.
Okay.
The building's already so heavily altered
It's been
that,
altered. Obviously, what you're proposing looks better than what's there currently. I mean, if anybody feels very strongly about keeping the shakes on the third floor versus having all three of them match.
My dad would like all three of them to match if possible.
I think that would look better, have them
Yeah.
all match.
I do too,
Me
yeah.
too. I think the proposal looks fine.
Okay.
I mean, if nobody is opposed, we can open it up for any public comment.
Yeah, and through the chair, just to the commission, I mean, in this case, it's a little different than like some other projects that you look at. The porches are being saved, they're, being kept open. We're getting rid of the ridiculous like 2x4 extension. We don't like to see historic material replaced, but we also don't have any physical or photographic evidence that definitely wasn't added later. And also, like, none of the porch supports, so like the rectangular pieces are original, so there's really very little original left. So at least we're seeing the porches being rebuilt in an appropriate material, wood, and the porches being retained.
Thank you.
And to any members of the public who would like to speak, and you've joined online, you may just need to dial *9 or use the raise hand feature, and I will ask you to unmute yourself. I'm not seeing anybody.
All right, may I have a motion to close public comment?
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre?
Yes.
And Vanessa, can you keep yourself unmuted, because I'll have to keep unmuting you throughout the meeting.
Okay, yeah, I'll try. My dog. I just don't want them to bark.
Okay. Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. And now may I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for 7 Pitt Street?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 7 Pitt Street, consisting of replacing the porch with a wooden open railing system, would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you, good luck with the project.
Okay. So we're good to continue then with the project?
Yes, the
Yes.
way you have it proposed.
Yep, and so I know you're still working with Conservation Commission, right? Okay, so you have to wait, you have to wait until you're through the whole process, and then your building permit will be updated, and then you'll be good to go.
Tenemos que terminar el proceso, esa aplicación con ese señor, y con eso está terminado porque ya lo aprobaron. Entonces dijeron que está bien, que lo puede hacer, pero dice que tiene que ser como la foto, no puedes tú agregar cosas después. Y así lo haces, así tiene que ser. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you.
Moving on to item number 2, we have 33 Cheever Street. Would like to make alterations to the rear for an accessory dwelling unit. This is also a building demo delay waiver. Is the partitioner here?
How's everyone doing today?
Hi. How are you? Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Well, my name is Wook. I've been here a couple of times. I don't know if you remember, but
Can you
my
speak
friend-
closer to the microphone? Thank
So
you.
through the,
Yes, ma'am.
through the chair, Q was the recipient of a Worcester Preservation Award a few years ago for his work on 7th Circuit Ave East. He did a wonderful job with it, and we're excited to see this project get done.
Yes, my friend is looking to put in an ADU for his parent to move in, help raise their grandkid. ADU, we planning to put in a mudroom to attach the two buildings. So in the wintertime, the grandparent doesn't have to go outside, enter the house, and come back out. So the mudroom, and in our culture, it's bad luck to have two back door. Whatever money you make, it going out because you got two way to coming out. So we would like to close the one on, I forgot what the street, but we will connect it inside the mudroom with a slider or a door. But on the mudroom side, we still have an exit, and we keep it the similar style. That way, we won't lose that historical look when someone drove by. I guess that's it.
Looks great. Exciting project. Does anybody have any questions on this?
No more deck. No more deck.
No more deck. No more party. It's good for them.
All right. If there are no questions, did you have a question? No.
I just love the cultural adaptation that's going to play into the design. I think that's really neat.
I agree. All right, so we can open it up for any public comment?
And to any members of the public who have joined online, you may need to just dial star. I want to make sure I'm giving the right one. So *9, or use the raise hand feature, and I will unmute you. But I'm not seeing anybody at this time.
All right, then I will ask for a motion to close the public comment.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second?
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Helnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. May I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for 33 Cheever Street?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 33 Cheever Street, consisting of enclosing a door and making alterations to the rear of the building to accommodate a new accessory dwelling unit, it would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Helnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez-Lavoti,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a great night.
You as well.
Thank you.
Next item is 159 Cambridge Street, restoration of a property that was involved in a fire. Is the petitioner here? Online?
Yeah, so
Yes, this is Chris from Meadowbrook Restoration. I'm the contractor.
Hi, can you give us a quick summary of what you're planning to do? It looks like you want to infill some doors and windows?
Yep, so the house is significant fire damage. It's going to be a complete interior and exterior renovation, all the way down to the studs. The architect for fire safety reasons, had to, slightly redesign the interior of the structure to accommodate 2 egressible stairways. And that requires moving a couple of the windows and doors. At the same time, he noted that the front porches were unsafe and needed to be reconstructed. So he also added that as part of the scope of work.
So the loss of those windows is due to that being the place where the stairwells are going?
Yeah, there's currently a very tight stairwell in the rear, and it doesn't meet, egressible requirements for the size of it. So he redesigned it in order to make it safe, and in doing so, took out a few windows in the back, mostly in the back, and then we kind of had to shift some of the other windows over a little bit. The windows, if you look on that page that you were just on it shows the rear elevation. The 6 small windows, those are currently already boarded over. They're already buried. So those are kind of irrelevant. But the 3, I don't know what those, we're not exactly sure what those are, but they're kind of inoperable doors. So those go away.
So through the chair, I think maybe, and they could correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that what they're questioning specifically is the windows on the side elevations. So it looks like on the left-hand side, if you're looking at the property from the street, there's 5 windows that are being removed, and then on the right-hand side, it looks like there's 5 windows that are being removed. Is that the case?
Looking at the house, the left elevation,
It looks like there's 5. So what I have up
Correct.
on the screen right now,
Yep,
looks like
that's the
these
left elevation.
5 windows are being removed. Is that true?
Correct. Yep.
Okay. Is there
And I don't-
is there any reason why they can't be retained and the staircase be built there? I mean, I know it's not ideal, but
Yeah, because if you look at the overall plans, incorporating this new stairway redesigns kind of the entire floor plan. And so the bathroom and the kitchen that are in those locations have to move. So what's there now is different. It's not the same as what, was going to be proposed. If you look at those 2 small windows, 3 small windows that are in the middle, and it shows that they're kind of slightly getting shrunken, that's because the kitchen sinks are going to end up moving to those locations. And then to the left, there's a bathroom that's in the center that actually moves out a little bit into those areas.
But, so they'll, like, on this elevation, there'll just be 1 window in this gable
Well, that's
peak
because
here?
the 3rd floor has a slightly different layout because the top, the stairway obviously doesn't need to be quite as big because it's only left to keep that 1 window, but not the other 2.
Okay. Well, that answers my question, but it's up to the commission to go from here. So I will hand it back over to you, Diane.
I mean, it looks a little odd with all those missing windows. I do understand that you need stair access to all 3 levels. It also seems like it would change the amount of light going into each one of these apartments. And it'll look a little odd from the outside.
I mean, our only other option really is to demo the entire structure. So it's either
Right.
make it meet code, obviously, because that's what is the requirement, or tear it down and start from scratch in a way that would meet code.
Right.
There couldn't be like smaller picture windows put in going up the stairwell, which is, kind of typical of this style home, where it's like a smaller rectangular, sometimes stained glass, sometimes picture window, just so it doesn't really throw off the whole configuration. And then from the outside, you'd be able to tell, well, that's a stairwell window. I mean, I just think with it being all blank on that side, it just looks odd. They don't have to be operable, or even the same size, but I just think nothing there looks very odd in comparison to not even the existing conditions, but the proposed conditions as well. It just doesn't seem to equal itself out.
So the only thing that could be done is on the two landings of the switchback stair, you could put, like you said, a small awning window, but they wouldn't line up, so it would still look odd. Because if you think about the way a switchback stair works, that landing's kind of at the midpoint, so that window would end up being, kind of halfway up, if you catch my drift.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be symmetrical.
I've got a question. Looking at page 50, slide 15, which is, I understand what you want to do with that. I know the front, I understand the back and that one side, but the other side,
Is it this one?
that one, I'm looking at the existing conditions thing, that makes sense. But the proposed one does not make sense to
Oh,
me. That
that-
looks
that
like it's
might-
the second copy, so I would like to see what the proposed conditions are for that side of the house where there's just one gable versus the two. Do you understand what I'm?
That's my bad. If you go into the actual application materials, you'll be able to see it. That was just an error in the slides.
Okay.
I can share my screen if you want. I can also show it to you if you can't
Yeah,
find it there.
let me give you permission to do that. Hold on. Actually, it's probably easier for me to just go into the application and do it myself, if you just give me 1 second.
So looking at that side in the
Anna,
architecturals.
if you could just hold on a second, I just want to get it up so everybody can see it.
FYI, that side doesn't change at all. Just, there is no change to it. So.
Okay, just give me 1 second. That's existing.
You had it, that one.
This one. Okay, yeah. So there, to that side, there is no work being done.
Yeah. If I don't know if possible, if you could share sheet A500, that also might be helpful. If you have that in that application.
Okay,
It just gives
so-
you an idea how that stairwell works.
Yeah, so this shows a cross section here. So, I think we all understand why the windows have to go. I'm wondering if there's anything you could do just to add some kind of fenestration here, or even just get rid of this one window, so there's no windows back here, just so it's not one kind of all on its own. What's the interior space here?
That window. That window's in the stairwell. It's at the top of the stairwell. So theoretically, yes, we could eliminate that window. Or we could, I think I'd rather keep the light there, so I could make it.
Could you somehow make this one work? So there's two up there, so at least in the like the gable, or I guess it's not really gables, it's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Gambrels. Could
the
that
gable
be
portion
made
of the
symmetrical?
I couldn't do that, but I could make that smaller. I can make that an awning window, so it kind of looked more like what the right-hand side does, what the right elevation does, where it has that small awning up high. And then at least I can keep some light in there. Especially where it's a stairwell, if I can get some light, I'd rather take it.
Is there any way you could center that one, so shift it a little bit to the right?
I'd have to see where it lands in relation to the wall of the rear wall of the stairwell, but potentially, yes, depending on where that wall lands. I could, I might be able to shimmy it over to the back of that stairwell. And then that might, I'd have to, put pen to paper to see exactly how far back that wall is, but judging from, again, I'm looking at the other sheets that you're not looking at, but the back of that current stairwell looks like it's pretty much in the center of that turned gable. So I could probably push it towards the center of that turned gable a little bit, but I don't think I'd be able to center it completely in that turned gable.
Okay.
I guess I still don't understand why you couldn't have some small decorative windows in the stairwell.
Just like on the
I can.
opposite
It's
elevation.
just more the locations of them. I can put them there. They're not necessarily going to line up. They're going to be, again, like the bottom of those window locations, or where those window locations are, is roughly where the landing is of the next floor. So if you were going to do windows, you could end up pushing them up essentially. More similar to what you see in the right elevation. The windows, if you're looking at the right elevation, that new plan that she just dropped up, those two small awning windows that are to the front of the building, and you can see how they're higher than the other windows. That's because they're in the switchback. They're in the
I could picture them being higher.
Yeah,
Stairwell.
I think that would look, those same exact windows on the opposite side, even if they're, not necessarily symmetrical with the other ones, would still make the building a little bit more cohesive than just a blank area.
Is that something you're willing to do?
Yeah, it's feasible. It's going to add cost, but we could do it.
Okay. So I guess then, so we've gone over that part. I'm assuming everybody's good with the porches in the front. It's going to look a lot better than it does now.
It's gonna look great.
And then I know the commission doesn't typically like to see the sliding doors removed. However, that's where most of the fire was. So I'm going to say you probably want to let that one go.
I mean, they're burned. There's nothing to
Correct.
save there.
And it's a great compromise with the porches being restored, so,
Yeah.
you know.
Okay, so then I will put it to the commission then. Would you prefer, or actually really we'll put it to the applicant. Would you prefer for the commission just to vote basically verbally on what they just said? Or do you want to come back with a new drawing showing what can be done for those windows?
No, I want to vote verbally on what can be done.
Okay, and then we'll just write it into the decision, what's allowed?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay. If there are no other questions, we can open it up for any public comment. Hearing none, I'll ask a motion to close public comment.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second?
And on the motion to close public comment, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. And now may I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for 159 Cambridge Street?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 159 Cambridge Street, consisting of removing and infilling the rear sliding doors, and infilling it with windows, but at a raised height that, higher than what we just saw.
So through the chair, that's on the back. So in the
Yeah,
back, they're going to be
the
basically
rear.
centered in.
Right.
So the ones with the raised heights are going to be on the left-hand side where it was, so what you just said is good. So,
Okay.
so removing the sliding
Right.
doors and infilling with basically like a central window.
Right.
And then on the left-hand side, infilling windows as shown on the plan, but adding small deadlights or awning type windows at each stair landing. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
As you said.
Yes.
Yeah, you can make the
Ditto.
motion. Okay, so we're going to remove and infill the rear sliding doors, infill it with windows. And on the left-hand side, we're having removed windows, but raising
Raising the height of newly proposed windows.
adding a deadlight or
A
something.
dead light, yeah. So really, if you want, I can just say it. So
Okay.
we're removing windows as shown in the proposed plans, but adding dead lights or awning or hopper-style lights at each stair landing
Okay.
in place of the removed windows.
Okay, also alterations to the facade columns to accommodate new porches and general rehab and restoration due to the fire.
Second.
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre?
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo?
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman?
Yes,
Commissioner Halnarski?
Yes.
Commissioner Northway?
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Levodi?
Yes.
Chair Long?
Yes. Thank
You're
you
all
very
set,
much.
Chris.
Okay, thank you.
Item number 4, we have 3 Decatur Street, which is the enclosed front porches retroactive. Hello, welcome back.
Hello, so I coming again, so I want to give you the pictures. This is before, now it's all. I have this window, so damage my property, so it is the picture. So I want to install that one, we said last meeting.
Caesar,
New window.
You need a microphone.
can you grab your microphone? Caesar, just, good, yeah, just make sure you're talking into the microphone.
Okay, so the reason is I wanted to install the new window, top by top in my porches. That's window we have in the size in the, see the size? This is the new window.
Okay, so through the chair, as of right now, the second and third story porches have all been closed in with plywood on the sides and then with sliding windows in the front. On the first floor, the side has just been closed in with plywood. So Caesar, you understand that you shouldn't have done that. What you're doing now is you're making a new proposal with windows, right?
Yeah, in the front, yeah.
So can you explain, so it sounds like these windows are supposed to be the full width of the opening,
Side by side, yeah.
side by side. And so is that going to be in the front or on the, what about the side? What's happening with the side?
The side, we fill it up with the siding.
So you want to close it?
Yeah,
You want to
yeah.
close it on? Okay.
And they keep the same design, the same thing with the new shingles, vinyl shingles. No damage, just put the windows side by side, big one, top by top, and they keep the same the design.
But so I guess my question though is in the original, see, look, it was pointy. You remember you and me talked about that?
Yeah, in the
So how are you going to make sure that,
Around it, and we put it like around, he put the side, the same siding does this side.
so you're,
Just the window, we straight.
the window's straight, so how are we going to make sure that we can see what the original opening looked like?
Told me the contractor, he make it aluminum and put the siding, the small ones. He designed the same thing.
I don't understand.
Explain to my correct.
You're talking about the archway on the 3rd floor?
Correct. We need to make sure that that's still
And
visible.
around we put
Yeah.
aluminum in the siding.
The 2nd floor is straight, the 3rd floors, the windows are gonna be perfectly square, but that arch is gonna stay. It's gonna be, with white aluminum, but it's gonna be arched. That's what I understand.
Is it going to be part of the window or part of the siding? The arch?
It's gonna be part of the window.
Part
So
of the
the
window.
siding will the siding will be cut to match the arch, but the window will be flat, but above the window is still gonna have, it's gonna be white, but it's gonna match the arch.
So you're gonna fabricate the siding to
Yeah.
recreate the arch
Yes.
on top of the window?
Yes.
And so it's not exactly an arch, it's more like a point. So we'll just have to make sure that that is reflected. So it's like a point here, and then down here, these are arches.
Yes.
So, then I guess I will put it to the commission here now that we understand what the proposal is. So the proposal is the applicant is proposing to remove these windows and pieces of plywood from the front. And what they're going to do is they're going to put larger windows in that span the entire width of the former porch opening. On the second floor, it's just a rectangular opening anyway. On the third floor, it's going to be a rectangular window, but aluminum is going to be fit into basically like a pointed arch
It'll reflect the arch.
to show what was there. On the sides, these three are proposed to just be closed in with siding. So that is the proposal. So with that,
It's a very different look
Yeah.
from what it was.
Are the windows just one pane picture window, or are they opening?
They slide.
So it's really,
It's
There's
two
gonna be a
win- they-
line in the
Yeah,
center.
they're sliding windows, yeah, for ventilation.
Is there a reason these porches were closed?
He bought it, I don't know how long ago, but he decided to close them in. But just looking at it, that back when they built those railings,
The dimension is there. It's big one, but at the side we keep one piece, but the both sides open up.
yeah. But the reason he probably did it was they built those old three-deckers, but inside the front porch, as you walk up to the front railing, it's only up to your knees. So and the previous picture there where they put the 2x4s, that's what that reason was, to meet code, because it had to be 38 inches or something.
So I see on the bottom, there is like a railing on the side window opening there. And if the purpose was because it didn't meet code, why wouldn't you have proposed to do railings on all three floors so it still remained open instead of just enclosing it completely? I feel like that would have looked much better than, and way more affordable.
I don't think we got an answer, though, from the petitioner.
Of
on
why he actually closed it.
We received an answer from,
Him, yeah. What is the reason that you close them in with
Oh,
windows?
the reason is I show you the pictures. When the raining, water go inside, it's always damaged. Water is coming all the time, and the people give complaint, especially when it's snowing. It's coming a lot inside, it's a lot of snowing coming inside, and leaking, is the pictures there.
So is rain damage? Matt?
Yeah, it's damaged. Damage is there all the time. I replace, but it's not possible all the time.
That looks like the ceiling. I don't know. I really don't know what I'm looking at.
Ceiling or
I think that's a ceiling, based off of the position of
Oh,
that
there it
house.
I think it's that way. I think this is ceiling.
And that's ceiling, yeah.
And this is, so you see the.
and this
That's the ceiling.
diagram, the window isn't two pieces. In the diagram, it's
3 pieces.
3 pieces,
One in the
yes.
center.
One center, and then
Open up,
sliding on each side.
Exactly,
Cada
yeah.
lado. So the windows they're not 2 pieces that open like this, it's a 3-piece window.
So it's going.
The one piece in the center is stay there.
Yeah, it's a
Just the
fixed
whole
centerpiece.
Open up, yeah.
Yes.
And vinyl.
Yeah, yeah, vinyl.
So what these windows are for the very front of the house.
Front house. Oh,
Why aren't we talking about windows for the side as well?
They just want
the
to.
side is the most water coming this way.
So put
This way
windows.
close.
You could put
The
windows.
water is because no having nothing, no house, no nothing there. It's lot of water coming when the raining, come and go inside.
You just close them up with wood.
Yeah.
My tenants have the garbage there all the time, say, snow and seas are come and remove it. And the water is leaking. Door by second, the second by first.
Question, are the windows that you are proposing going to match those triple windows to the left on each floor?
No.
Looking at this picture here that we have, you see white trim around the 3 windows on each
The
floor.
front,
No. On the house itself.
Those 3 windows.
You have
on
double
the side.
hung windows.
What's it's gonna look
No,
like that, correct? Because you have
It's,
3
the
things. so
center
they're gonna
window is
match.
fixed, and then it has a
The windows
slider
that are
window
already
on
here.
each side. So
Not
is
the
the
porch,
proposed
the other front
windows.
windows.
This is the proposed window.
Because it's 3, it's
It
gonna
has-
match those over
fixed.
there.
Fixed center window.
windows that
with
are
two
still there,
sliders on either side.
On the other side,
Okay, so
on the front, yeah.
It might be
It's
one.
gonna match those, correct? Yeah,
then just 2, okay.
Yeah.
it's the same because it's 3.
yeah, because there's 3, that's,
three,
yeah.
that's
that's
what
what I was- yeah.
It's 3, yeah.
Yes.
That's why we match with same thing.
So we just want to understand that the proposed windows in that the formerly open porch space, you will have a fixed picture window and 2 sides that will open. Is that correct? Judging from what we see here? Okay, so you will have 3. There'll be some sort of continuum.
Sort of.
Sort of.
Is there any reason why you can't put the same look windows on those 2 floors to match the ones you already have?
Yeah.
Keep the same design, because you say no change. This way, the second is a street, it's no problem, it's a street. Only the third floor, we have design in the top. We make the same decoration with as is.
So through the chair to the applicant, I think what Commissioner Caesar, so I think what Commissioner Thierman's asking is, she's saying that the commission isn't seeming to be very favorable of this type of window. She's asking if you could do 3 double-hung windows, so it's symmetrical with what's on the other side. It will no longer look like a porch, but it will be symmetrical. So look up at the screen. So you see these 3 windows right here? She's asking you if you could basically take this and stick it right here, so you have 3 double-hung windows in a row. She's asking if
No,
you...
I'm not taking that, no, just put the new window.
No, she's asking if you can do that, if you'd be willing to do that.
Match what's
Yeah,
there,
match.
yes. Yes, you can do it, yes, yes. It's-
So-
You just gotta put a couple mullions, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you would have 3 and 3, and then, I mean, I don't know, I'll defer to the commission, what you want to talk about on the side. But it sounds like the applicant is amenable to doing 6 new windows. So you'll put 3 windows here, 3 windows here, set in mullions to match. I think that will look better, personally.
It will look better. As far as the side window being covered with the siding, I mean, how does everybody feel?
Well, the whole look has changed.
It's a completely different look. However it's done,
Yeah. You've lost the curve on the first floor window. Well, you've lost all the windows, actually.
I think having them all match is a good idea. As far
will
as
be
the
better.
side goes, I mean, if it's, as long as it's not plywood, if it's covered over, I'm sure it'll look fine.
What about just fixed picture windows on the side, so it gives the illusion?
What did you say,
Window the
Kristen?
same size as what's already there?
Yeah, a fixed picture window on the side, so it gives the illusion of what was there for the porch.
Or I would counter that with at least on the first floor, where you have the arch
So it could maybe be restored at some
in the
point
future.
down the road, instead of losing the openings completely.
I didn't notice the arch. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, so through the chair to the applicant,
First floor.
would you be willing to put a fixed picture window in on this side, just on the first floor, so that it gives the illusion of a window there? And you'll make sure that even if you get a square window, you're still going to put trim to make an arch on top.
In the top, we can do it, but the
Yeah.
window we can street, but the little bit.
So this one right here.
We'll do that. We'll do what she said.
Yeah,
Okay, so on the first floor, you'll have this one here, and then going up the side, you'll have 6 new windows, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, set in mullions, and then your windows, you're not getting rid of these, correct?
No.
no,
Okay,
no, that's not, it's the same.
okay, so it sounds like, I mean, there's no porches there, and these are square. I don't know how you all feel about it, but
Those windows are inside the front hallway, which those, yeah, they're stained glass, so, yeah, those aren't going anywhere.
So I just have a question. With the porches having been closed up, on the interior, have those been made into living space, or is it still just a porch?
No, it's still a porch.
It's still porch. Just
Yeah.
keep the garbage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Garbage, only people take it for.
¿Basura? Entonces, puedes poner ventanas por los lados. So we can do them in other
Not garbage, storage.
Okay. I guess it's a compromise. We can open it up to any public comment. Hearing none, I'll ask a motion to close public comment.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre?
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo?
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman?
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski?
Yes.
Commissioner Northway?
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti?
Yes.
Chair Long?
Yes. And now may I have a motion for a retroactive building demo delay waiver for the new proposal of the windows?
The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 3 Decatur Street, which is retroactive, is to replace the second and third floor front-facing windows with 6 windows to match the existing front windows, and to replace the first floor side window with an arched top to match what was there before, would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre?
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo?
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman?
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski?
Yes.
Commissioner Northway?
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti?
Yes.
Chair Long?
No.
I forgot to mention the arch on the third floor window.
I'll make sure that it's right.
I'll write it into the
Thank you.
decision.
Thank you.
It's a tough one, but it
Okay.
passed 6-1, so you're all set.
I knew it would change anything.
Thank you.
The material up here? Okay.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, item number 5, we have a request for both a certificate of appropriateness and a building demo delay waiver for a shed in the Crown Hill Historic District. Hi.
Hello. If we look at the next slide, I think it's pretty
Can you introduce
self-explanatory. Yeah, and there's like a playground behind it for the daycare.
If you need to introduce yourself,
Oh, sorry, I'm John.
John.
Yeah,
John.
John Bettinger, 14 Oxford Street, Crown Hill Historic District.
Thank you.
Yes,
Okay, so you have a shed that's falling over.
correct. Yeah, I bought the house in February, and the silver maple had already dropped the branch on that, so it was like that when I purchased the property. Then like a few weeks after buying it, the rest of another branch fell, and we ended up taking out the whole silver maple to the stump. And just in the interest of like fixing up the backyard and not continuing to have my bikes stolen out of the backyard, I want to get a shed where I can lock them up.
Nice.
Seems reasonable.
Very cute.
I mean, sheds, are not historic, and they can be taken down if the next person doesn't like them, so we usually don't have any issue with you putting a new shed up. I
Fantastic.
suppose the demo is of that one that's ready to blow over currently.
Yeah,
Finishing
I
what the tree
wasn't
started.
able to date it, so you're going to do a demo delay just in case.
Okay.
I just have a question. I know it's a picture of the shed that you want, but are you doing a fence? Is there like a chain link there currently? I can't
It's
really.
chain link behind it.
And that's staying?
That's existing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just couldn't really tell. Okay.
Yeah, and there's like, some of it is a wooden fence, like to the right.
It's a piece
I'm not going to alter any of the
Yeah,
fence
yeah,
stuff.
okay.
I don't want to get into all that.
Okay. Unless anybody has questions on this, we can open it up for public comment. I'm sure there is none. I'm going to ask for a motion to close public comment.
I'll make a motion to close public comment.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yeah.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavodi,
Yes.
Chair Long.
Yes. And now may I have a motion for a certificate of appropriateness?
Sure. The commission finds that the proposed changes at 14 Oxford Street consisting of removing a falling down shed and putting up a
Much
very,
nicer.
a very cute one are appropriate for the Crown Hill Local Historic District.
Second?
And just one little amendment to that, it's going to be of a color to match the existing house.
Oh, sure.
That's okay. And then on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavodi,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. May I have a motion for a building demo delay waiver for the same?
Now, on that one, do we just do the removal of the shed, but
Yes.
not a, okay. The commission finds that the proposed demolition at 14 Oxford Street consisting of removing a very poorly standing structure would not
I like the way you always put things, Jan.
would not be detrimental to the historical or architectural resources of the city of Worcester.
Second?
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavodi,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you.
Cool, thanks, everybody.
And
Appreciate
put
it.
a very good lock on your new shed.
Two of them.
All right. Okay. And make sure the windows don't open.
I know, true. I know. Next, we're moving on to other business. Item number B, we have a request from PAL Inc. for updated letters of support for historic rehab tax credit allocations for Haywood Boot and Shoe, Powell and Leslie Morgan House, Slater Building, Taylor Farley Organ Factory, and Worcester Boys Club. I would like to make a motion that we supply updated letters of support for all.
Second.
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavode,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. Item number C is updates on the Butler Street property, which is
It's-
very exciting.
It's so exciting.
Can you tell us a little about?
Yes. So 36 Butler Street, as you all know, has a preservation restriction on it. It was the home of Ransom Taylor from 1858 and then it stayed in the family until the early 20th century. Then it was a funeral home. It was owned by a Swedish family, and it remained in that family until, I think, the early 2000s, but it stayed a funeral parlor until very recently. Like, their Google page is still up, I'm pretty sure. It was Faye Callahan. So it's really only ever had two uses in its life. It was the home of the Taylors, and then it was a funeral home. So it was proposed to be demolished, and it came very close to happening. But we were able to work with the property owner, and he agreed to a preservation restriction so long as he could develop the parking lot. So you all are the holder of the preservation restriction, and typically that kind of stuff is done administratively. I do want to come to you every so often, though, and just have you take a confirmatory vote, just saying that you're okay with it. But the really exciting thing is, so it's had aluminum siding on it for decades now, and I personally thought that it had clapboards underneath or probably nothing, but it has rusticated wood siding, which is the siding material that's on George Washington's house, Mount Vernon Mansion. So it's incredibly rare and incredibly expensive treatment for siding. So it's existing on the front of the house. Here's a section that was uncovered, and here's a section that is at Mount Vernon Mansion that has obviously been preserved. This has been under aluminum, baking in the sun for decades, so it doesn't look quite the same. But there is a section here that's been under a porch that's in a lot better condition. The siding is like an inch thick, and it's all been hand carved.
That is amazing.
What, Don?
How thick did you say?
About an inch. So the siding is about an inch thick, and it's all hand carved, and rusticated wood siding is meant to resemble stone. So it was like the find of a career, honestly, to find that underneath all of that aluminum. So you all had previously approved the installation, I think, of fiber cement siding, or he might not have even come for it yet, but at that point, we didn't know what was underneath. So what is going to happen at this point is approximately 80 to 90% is going to be able to be restored. So the whole front and the lower sections of the sides are all going to be able to be restored. There are some sections where it was missing, and some sections where it was clapboards, because as I mentioned, siding was about an inch thick, and even, throughout the country, examples of this, even mansions, they didn't bother using this expensive of a treatment on every elevation. So there are existing elevations here that have rotten clapboards. So about 90% of the existing rusticated wood is going to be restored and preserved. Where there's existing rotten clapboard, it's going to be replaced with fiber cement, and where it's missing, it's going to be the fiber cement. So it's going to be pretty typical of something you would see of a house of that vintage. So that was super, super exciting. Some other things that I just wanted to catch you up on. the windows throughout the building. You had approved these windows. They've all been installed at this time. They look excellent. Here they are on one side. There was nothing underneath this. You can see the rotten clapboards here, but there was nothing underneath the home wrap here. You see the replacement windows in the front. These used to all be white vinyl windows, so these look great. We also learned that there were dentals here, so the dentals are going to be recreated and reinstalled to match the dimensions of the ghosts of the dentals that you see. So that's really exciting. This glass here and this whole like arrangement is all going to be removed. This was added when this building, I don't know, at some point in the building's history as a funeral parlor, but it's going to go revert back to its open porch status, which was what it would have been in the 1850s. Really, in the 1850s, actually, it was a wraparound porch. We have evidence that it went from here all the way over to here. They're not going to do that, but they are going to make this an open porch at least. So like this arch is going to look the same. Trying to think what else. Those are kind of the big things.
What about seeing as how that whole infill is going to be taken out, will they take the railings out for the stairs and redo the stairs to make it make sense, or?
I mean, all of this is new stuff anyway. I'm thinking, I don't think they're going to keep these railings. I think they'll probably put something, his attitude the whole time has been like, well, I'm going to do it, so I'm going to do it right.
Good, we like that.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't asked him specifically, but I highly doubt that he'll keep these aluminum railings. I think he'll probably put like some kind of a different railing here. But yeah, so this is all going to be open. So it's going to look basically like it does on the sides, where it's just the open arches. And then the only other thing that I wanted to show you is the color scheme. So the body is going to be this like dark taupe, and then the trim is going to be this edgecomb gray color. The owner and I looked at paint books from the 1820s to the 1840s, and it's hilarious because it literally says that the most offensive color that you could possibly use on an Italianate style house, point blank, is white. And this has been white for as long as anyone can remember, and it's going to be fixed now. So it's, yeah, so it's going to be painted this color, and then the fiber cement will be this color. So at this point, I just need you to take a confirmatory vote, just that you approve of the ongoing construction activities at 36 Butler Street.
It looks great. I'll make a motion for a confirmatory vote to approve the ongoing renovations.
Second.
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Levodi,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. Thank you for that update, Michelle.
We needed that after.
Yeah, that was nice.
So you said, he said he wants to do it. Who's he?
The owner. Were you here when all this went down and we?
Yes.
So his name is George.
Okay.
Yeah. So I've just been working with George throughout the whole process.
Can you remind us what's going to happen to it once it is all restored? Will George live in it? Will it be?
It's going to be
rented?
It's going to be a two-family. It's most likely going to be Airbnb'd, which is really cool because Holy Cross is right there. So that's a really cool place for parents to come and visit their kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And in the parking lot, there's going to be, well, it's not going to be a parking lot anymore, but in what was the parking lot, there will be townhouses, which was part of the reason why we couldn't do an LHD, because then you all would have a say in the townhouses, and he didn't want that, so we compromised. It's a great success story.
Yes.
I want to talk about it at a conference one day, especially with this. I mean, I wasn't expecting that, the siding
Yeah.
for us to find.
That's huge.
Well,
Yeah.
Ransom Taylor was at one point the richest, the person who paid the most
property taxes
Yeah.
in Worcester, so
Yeah.
nothing but the best.
Now I
Makes
think it's
sense.
me.
Yeah, so.
I'm sure there's someplace.
And item number D, we have a request from the city of Worcester on the HUD project at 91 Seymour Street and 130 Hayward Street. We normally don't comment on these. I suggest we continue that process. Did everybody have a chance to read the minutes from May 8th?
Diane, before we move on, just, I know we never do policies and procedures, but we can't have a meeting on August 21st because of a scheduling error. So we're going to be having a meeting on August 28th instead. I think I've mentioned that to everybody at this point. Commissioner Andre, are you available on August 28th for a special meeting?
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, I'll send out a reminder, but I just want to get it on the record in the meeting that no meeting on August 21st, meeting on August 28th.
And can we meet here? Is this open?
Probably not, no. We're probably going to be meeting in Esther Howland on the other side.
Oh, okay.
But I will let everybody know the details. We might have to do remote only, I'm not sure yet, but
Okay.
you will all know by Monday because that's when I have to advertise for, so.
Okay. You don't care, right? All right. Has everybody had a chance to read the minutes from May 8th and July 10th?
Tell you to abstain.
Yes.
And does anybody have any changes?
No.
Hold on one second.
Yep.
Go ahead,
I
Chris.
wasn't here on May 8th, so do I abstain?
Yeah, you can abstain from that.
I didn't hear that.
She just asked if she should abstain from the vote on May 8th because she wasn't here. It was a long time ago.
Right.
It was many, many, many months ago, so.
Haven't we usually just allowed everybody?
I mean, yeah, she wasn't even a commission member yet, though, so
All right. You don't have to say
we'll let you abstain. So we'll take
All right.
2 votes.
So on the meeting minutes for May 8th, if there are no changes, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
Yep.
All right. So on that, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo, had you started yet by May 8th? You had?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. And has everybody had a chance to read the minutes from July 10th?
Yes.
If there are no changes, I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as written.
Second.
And on that motion, Commissioner Andre,
Yes.
Commissioner Santos Restivo,
Yes.
Commissioner Thierman,
Yes.
Commissioner Halnarski,
Yes.
Commissioner Northway. I know you weren't here on that day, but we usually do let everybody vote as long as you're a commission member. So Commissioner Northway,
Yes.
Commissioner Gutierrez Lavoti,
Yes.
and Chair Long.
Yes. All right. And unless there is anything else, I make a motion to adjourn. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Meeting
Aye.
adjourned.
That was the longest.